Does Auburn football actually have a depth chart going into game one versus UMass? It's an interesting question that I didn't think we'd be talking about heading out of the first press conference of the season for Coach Hugh Freeze leading up to the first game versus UMass. Now, typically the media gets a depth chart to start off the year, at least by this particular week leading up to the first game, that being UMass. They did. It was shared on social media. A lot of discussion was had about it. But then it was interesting during the press conference when Coach Hugh Freeze was asked about it. He basically dismissed the whole thing, said he doesn't believe in depth charts. He doesn't really buy into that. It could be nonsense, I think, is what one of his comments were. But even despite that, and kind of the interesting and confusing nature of that, if we just assume that the depth chart that we saw is correct, not a lot of new information. We already know about Peyton Thorne starting. It did confirm that Jarquez Hunter at least is listed as the starting running back. Maybe some interesting things in terms of wide receivers, but outside of that, on the defense, much of what we expected is there. What did you guys think about the depth chart, if it's real?